The rise of William Wallace, the Battle of Stirling Bridge. Scottish Highlands at dawn, mist rising from the valleys. In the annals of Scottish history, one name shines brighter than most: William Wallace, the fearless freedom fighter who defied the might of the English crown. His most iconic battle, the Battle of Stirling Bridge, remains a testament to courage, strategy, and the indomitable spirit of a people yearning for freedom. The year was 1297. Scotland was under English occupation, its people crushed by heavy taxes, exploitation, and a king who ruled with an iron fist. William Wallace, a towering figure both in stature and resolve, had already begun a campaign of resistance. With a growing band of determined men, he set his sights on a bold objective: to challenge the English army head-on. The setting was Stirling Bridge, a narrow wooden structure spanning the River Forth. On the other side, over 10,000 English soldiers under the command of John de Warenne, the Earl of Surrey, stood ready. Wallace, alongside his trusted ally Andrew Moray, commanded a smaller force of about 5,000 Scots. Outnumbered and outarmed, Wallace's strategy would determine the fate of Scotland's rebellion. The battle begins. The English army approaches the bridge, the sound of horses' hooves echoing on the wood. On the morning of September 11th, the English began crossing the bridge. Wallace and Moray had positioned their forces on the high ground nearby, hidden by trees and mist. Wallace's plan was simple but brilliant. Let the English cross the bridge in small groups, and then strike decisively. As the first wave of English soldiers, including knights in full armor, made their way across, Wallace gave the signal. A roar erupted from the Scots as they surged down the hill. Armed with spears, axes, and long swords, they tore into the English flank. The narrow bridge meant reinforcements could only trickle across, leaving the English vulnerable. The chaos on the bridge is unreal. As the bridge shaking under the weight of panicked soldiers, some falling into the river below. The English soldiers still on the bridge were thrown into disarray. Horses reared and men stumbled as the Scots pressed their attack. Some English soldiers tried to retreat, but the narrow bridge became a bottleneck, and many were pushed into the cold, fast-flowing River Forth. The weight of heavy armor dragged them to their deaths. Wallace, wielding a massive claymore, fought at the forefront, cutting through English ranks with ferocity. His booming voice rang out, rallying his men and striking fear into the hearts of his enemies. The turning point of the battle. William Wallace's face, grim and determined, as he watches the chaos unfold. Realizing the danger, John de Warenne ordered his remaining forces to retreat, but it was too late. The Scots, emboldened by their early success, pushed forward relentlessly. The English army fragmented, and their discipline crumbled. Wallace's forces managed to cut off their escape routes, turning the retreat into a rout. As the sun climbed higher, the battlefield was littered with English casualties. The River Forth ran red with blood, and the cries of the wounded echoed across the valley. Wallace, though victorious, did not revel in the slaughter. For him, this was not about vengeance but freedom. After the aftermath, the Battle of Stirling Bridge was a resounding victory for the Scots and a humiliating defeat for the English. It marked the beginning of Wallace's rise as a national hero and the de facto guardian of Scotland. The victory sent shockwaves through England and inspired a wave of uprisings across Scotland. Wallace's leadership and tactical brilliance proved that the Scottish could stand up to the English, even against overwhelming odds. His cry for freedom would echo through history, inspiring generations to come. And though the bridge may have crumbled, the spirit of those who fought there endures. William Wallace's victory at Stirling Bridge remains a reminder that courage, unity, and determination can triumph over tyranny. His legacy, like the hills of Scotland, will stand forever. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more tales of heroism and history.